We need to give every student in every school an opportunity to get a great education and make the most of their talents for themselves and also to move the country ahead. We need to do this for kids who are rich and poor, for who are African American, Latino, white, English language learners, kids with special needs. We don't have a kid to lose, both for our pursuit of access to the American dream, but also in our pursuit of a strong economy and strong democracy. In the beginning of the 20th century, the Wright brothers created the airplane. And some of our grandparents, great-grandparents flew on airplanes that were not much more evolved than the Wright brothers airplanes. That was fantastic at the time. But we didn't stop there and keep providing the same air service that was available in the early 20th century. In the early 20th century, the US created a new kind of educational system that was better than before, that was designed to equip young people for success in the industrial economy. That was good. But just like we can't stop at Wright brothers airplanes, we can't stop at early 20th century schools. But in fact, our performance in education has in fact stagnated for the past 40 years. And we can appreciate what was done as of decades ago, but we can't stop there. We got to get much better. We don't tolerate that in any other sector of our country, and we shouldn't tolerate it for our kids. We now have schools across the US where kids from all backgrounds are achieving at very high levels because of really clear, specific high expectations for kids, because of really good teaching that really gives the kids the opportunity to engage and master educational content, because we've got strong leadership that's really kind of catalyzing a vision for the school and the community on how to equip kids well. We have these pockets of success that are windows onto our future. Our problem is we haven't done it in a large scale. And we need to adapt those solutions in ways that can work for kids across entire communities. But the evidence is really clear. Our kids, regardless of background, can and do succeed when we invest in them the right way. And so these schools and classrooms that work are constantly improving the way, based on data and based on professionalism, how they really educate kids better and better. Now, can we achieve these successes without resources? No. Sometimes there are these false debates about, more funding versus less funding. Well, of course we need funding that's targeted to do this, clearly. But it has to be well used. And sometimes we've made the mistake of getting more funding that hasn't been used well, and that not only harms kids, but it actually harms the public confidence that we need, that we can use resources well. So we need to protect funding, we need to protect resources, we need to increase them in areas, but we need to do it in ways that are focused on what works and actually is used to drive better outcomes for kids. There's a role for everybody to play in making kids achieve, making America achieve. What we cannot do is wait for someone else to do something first. Wherever you stand, you've got to take action. If you're in schools, don't say I can't make progress until somebody else does. If you're working with parents, don't say I can't make progress until the schools do. Wherever we stand, we've got to make progress, and it's through that effort by every individual, collaboratively, individually. It's that as a team and as a country we can move the ball forward.